Leadership is key to any business or organization. It helps to shape families and nations globally. Effective leaders can also inspire future generations to impact change and development. The International Third World Leaders Association is doing just that as they collaborate on dimensional issues facing nations. The Global Leadership Forum is set for November 8th through 10th in Nassau, Bahamas. Joining us to discuss the upcoming Legacy Weekend is the co-founder of the Myles and Ruth Munroe Foundation, Myles Munroe Jr. Hi, Myles. Thanks for joining us.
How you doing? Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So listen, tell me about Legacy Weekend and what the focus is this year.
Well, this year, it commemorates the 10th year anniversary of my parents passing, but not just my parents, my uncle, Richard Pinder, some other members of our church, Lavard and Renell Parks, their son, Stanley Thurston and Furkan Cooper, and Diego de Santiago. These persons who would have passed in November this year would mark 10 years of their passing. So we wanted to use this, I use milestone very lightly, right? But this time of remembering, right? And this time of celebration, right? To making it 10 years removed from that day, that experience, but just showing the growth and the development that we've had. So we wanted to commemorate this 10-year mark, and we hope that 10 years from now, which would make 20 years, we'll be doing even bigger and better things.
Okay, so during the weekend, you all are going to be recognizing some leaders. Tell me about that, and why was that important for you?
Yeah, so the organization that our foundation is partnering with is the International Third World Leaders Association. And that's an organization of leaders from developing nations around the world, right? And my dad would have been one of the persons that founded that organization. And the goal of that organization is basically to bring leadership training to those parts of the world that need it the most, right? And usually that's in developing nations. So within this organization, we've spent our time over the years doing just that, training the trainers is what we like to say. And with this year being what it is, right, the 10th year mark of us losing our founder of the organization, we wanted to recognize leaders within the organization and outside of the organization who have exemplified leadership, right, and leading leadership, and even in a legacy standpoint, to where they're leaving a mark in their area of leadership. And we wanted to recognize persons from within our organization, and we also wanted to recognize persons outside of the organization. Some of the persons we're recognizing, too, I'll give you some highlights. Is the first is Mr. Perry Christie, who's the former Prime Minister of our great nation. We all know his contribution from a leadership standpoint to the Bahamas, right? But even to the organization that we have and the global organizations that he has been able to impact and influence, we wanted to recognize him for that. And also the Honorable Alison Maynard Gibson. She's also going to be honored on that evening and be a part of that great evening. And that's just a number of two of the individuals that we'll be recognizing for their great service in leadership in the different areas that they serve in.
Okay, so the weekend also features the Legacy Concert. So let's talk about that concert.
Yeah, the concert, this is, I guess you could say, is the culmination of the weekend. It's the highlight. We wanted to not just remember, but we wanted to celebrate as well. So we've invited Grammy Award-winning, internationally known artist Yolanda Adams. She's going to be headlining the concert for us. But in addition to her, we're also going to be having Sherwin Gardner, who is now locally living in the Bahamas. Recently got married a year ago. But he'll be participating as well. I think we all have heard and we love the song that he released earlier this year. The song is creating waves, around the world, and it's doing great for him. And, we just saw it fit that he would be a part of this event for us because, his first experience in the Bahamas was at one of our events at Bahamas Faith Ministries. So, we just thought it'd be great to bring it full circle and have him be a part of this concert as well. But it's an exciting event. It's a $50 charge to attend. It's going to be on Saturday evening, November 9th. It starts at 7:00 p.m. And we're just excited to celebrate, man, to remember the legacy that all of our leaders who are lost, who we have lost, what they left behind.
You know, I know we can find tickets on your website, but I wanted to talk. The Legacy Walk on Saturday pays homage to your parents, and I just, we have about a minute left, but I wanted to talk with you about the legacy that you and your sister are carrying on. You know, I'm a pastor's kid myself, and I understand how sometimes it's like, wait, now I didn't sign on for all of this, but what has that transition been like for you all?
Man, it's been great, to be honest. You know, there's no pressure on us to do anything that my dad would have done, or we feel like we have to continue in the way that he did it. I think my sister and I are doing it in our own way, right? Building on the foundation that he's left behind, and, making our own mark in the world and leaving a legacy of our own. And I think that's what it's about, right? Continuing the legacy, though not doing it the same way the leaders or our forefathers before us did it, but understanding what the vision is and interpreting that vision ourselves so that we can also leave a mark and leave a legacy behind.
And what are some of your goals going forward?
To continue this, we look to not just make this a 10-year event, maybe a yearly event or a biannual event, to where we're able to just show what the legacy has done, not just in the Bahamas, but around the world. So you can look out for more events like this, more legacy weekends in the future.
Good. Well, thank you so much for joining us on What's Trending today. And I'm looking forward to the weekend, and we're wishing you all the success.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Stay with us for more on What's Trending.